The number one rule for pro bono work is that you do it strategically, right? The goal is not to do any random thing, anything that comes in and just saying that, yeah, I'll do anything and everything, not like that. But you need to have a strategy for doing the pro bono work. You need to be clear exactly why you are doing that pro bono work and how that will lead to a stronger brand, or it will lead to more work or reputation. Whatever you are aiming for, that should be clear. Third thing is that, yeah, you can do pro bono work just for the benefit of other people also, which is absolutely fine. But we are not talking about that. We are talking about strategic pro bono work, which leads to the growth of your practice. The third thing that is very important is that you do pro bono work for a limited amount of time. You do not make yourself available for pro bono work all the time. Okay, this is very critical. Now let's talk about how pro bono work can make a difference, right? So I will give you an example. So a very simple example that I can take from the life of Gopal Subramaniam, who's a very famous lawyer now, senior lawyer. When he was young, he started working for non-lunatic criminals who are incarcerated in Delhi. So if some person is found loitering on the streets, under the Delhi Police Act, they can be arrested non-criminal lunatic. If they can't tell where they are from, there are people who have schizophrenia. They don't realize who they are. They can't say their even name. They can't say anything about their identity, address, and all of that. In such circumstances, Delhi police is given the authority under the Police Act to arrest these people and incarcerate them, and there is no trial for it because they haven't done any criminal activities. Their only offense is that they've been loitering on the road and they don't know where to go, so they are put into the jail. And of course, like, there is no bail, there's nothing. So there are lawyers who go and help out such people. Okay, they get them out of the jail, they find out who they are, or institutionalize them by sending them to the right places where they can find some employment or find some shelter, and or even connect them with their families. So Gopal Subramaniam initially spent a lot of time helping such people in his early career. And you realize what happens, that when he has written and spoken about it at length, when you do such things, you start going before the court asking for relief. Judges start noticing you, other lawyers start noticing you, they notice the good work that you're doing, they notice the kind of contribution that you're making to other people, and that drastically improves your reputation. That is one simple thing, that your relationship within the bar and bench and with your peers, your standing before the peers, all of that improves when you do such selfless act. But it is not only a selfless act, there is another angle to it. So for example, let's say I want to build a criminal practice in Delhi. One of the things I will do is that I will see, the thing is that there are government provided lawyers to the people who need legal aid. People who can't afford their own lawyers, they are given legal aid lawyers. But very often legal aid lawyers are not competent enough. Sometimes they are not doing a job that is kind of up to the mark. They really mess up the cases of these people, and you always have the opportunity to step in such circumstances, convince the inmate or convince the indigent person, that I will work pro bono for you and I'll help you out because your situation is critical. To give you an example, my friend Amish Agarwal, who's also a student of this course, although he's not here today, uh, he had taken up a case by I was discussing with him the other day. He had taken up a case that which was similarly kind of really messed up by the legal aid lawyer. It was the case of Jaslin Kaur versus Sarabjit Singh. And Sarabjit's lawyer, the legal aid lawyer, told him that, like, after a failed cross examination, that you should find some way to settle this, otherwise you're going to jail, I can't help you much. At that point, Sarabjit found Amish, and Amish pro bono worked for him. In that case, Sarabjit Singh got acquitted, right? But he had to move to High Court to ask for a re-cross examination because he pointed out the cross examination was faulty by the legal aid lawyer, etc. It's a difficult process, but he got it done, and it led to tremendous goodwill. It led to tremendous recognition in the media, even otherwise, right? But it took him 1 year to work on that case and get to that point. Now, so this is an example. There are other examples. If I had to build a criminal practice in Delhi right now, I would go to the jails and try to help out people who are in the jail for a long time. and see if I can get them bail somehow, or assist them in other possible ways, maybe get them parole or whatever. Like different requirements are there of different people. If I am able to help them and they are going home, then all the other people obviously will come to know that they have been helped by a lawyer. Now realize that half the time when people are going to a lawyer and they're even paying money, they are not getting the services. So if you are pro bono helping out people, then the inmates assume that you are really good, very competent, and you need to have a rule that I do 2 cases pro bono every week, or whatever it is. I spend 10 hours every week doing pro bono work. You can have a clear rules regarding that. And of course the rest of, you cannot always work pro bono, so people understand that. And also the fact that you are a, it appears that you are much more human than other lawyers because you are taking up pro bono matters, so other lawyers also refer you matters. And you don't look like, no, the you, if you understand the person's perception of a lawyer in general, a person's mind is that lawyers are extremely greedy, they are unconscionable, they don't take care of people's interests, they don't take care of their clients' interests. So if you're doing pro bono work, it immediately puts a human face to you. People trust more. If a lawyer is known to doing a lot of pro bono work, immediately people trust that lawyer more. They believe that this lawyer is more competent and more uh, scrupulous, to so to speak, that they will not take advantage of their clients. And this is a big advantage as a lawyer, okay, in today's world. So that is one thing.